What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We back with my guy Alex J, my guy living in Sweden. We got how does this American feel living in Sweden for 6 months so far? I have heard that 6 months. That's around the time between 6 months and a year. That's around the time that you really can start making these. How do I put it? I guess you can pretty much start really you get settled in to get a feel and start being able to make certain suggestions and claims because 6 months, I feel like 6 months is a long time, a good start to just express your feelings on how you feel about certain things. So we finna check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations. What you got for us, Alex J?
In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how this American feels about moving to Sweden so far in 6 months. Now, living in Sweden so far for 6 months has been the best thing that I have ever decided to do. And it wasn't only because I just wanted to move here, I also did it because I felt like this was the right country to move your family to and have an opportunity to let them grow, and the perfect environment would be here, and it is. Now, I'm originally from Miami, Florida, and I was raised there all my life, and the last 4 years I lived in New York before I moved to Sweden. So moving from those two big cities on the East Coast to a country like Sweden is a completely and major life change.
I'm sure just moving from Florida to New York, that was different itself. You know, then jumping from New York all the way to Sweden, that's different. That's different because I've been to those two places of Florida and New York, and I'll just say this: I definitely like Florida better.
It took me a while to get used to the lifestyle here and the culture. To me, it was just unbelievable. For me, it was more like, oh, you could do that here? Wow. And there's a lot of things that I can do here that I couldn't do in the States, which is unbelievable. And all of these things are good things. For example, drinking from the tap water. You can do that.
Yeah, I've seen that in another video.
I wasn't able to do that in the States. Well, on the East Coast in New York and Miami, we weren't allowed to do that. Another thing was if I, for example, left my child's gloves somewhere. In the States, you aren't going to get that back. It's gone. But in Sweden, they actually hang it up on a gate for you and wait for you to come back to come and get it. Mostly everyone in Sweden here recycles as well, which is to me very crazy. The one that was most astonishing to me is the fact that no matter who you are or what title you hold, you have to queue in line. You have to queue, which means, in other words, if you're on a phone call or if you're waiting in line to get your driver's license or something, you have to wait in line. It's just fair. Now, even though
I like that, just how things are fair. I probably should have checked out this. Somebody sent me the request to the other video. Probably should have checked this one out first, because it seemed like he didn't go into more detail, but he kind of expressed and gave talked about those certain things or those tips or those things that he couldn't do in the States and stuff like that in the other video. So, but I like the fact that he did in the video I checked out before this one. He went into further details on how, why, and different things like that. But yeah, that's another thing. One thing that I do love about Sweden that, you know, I've heard about and seen is that just the equality is fairness. Like your title, I wouldn't say your title don't mean nothing, but your title don't mean you better than somebody, you know, versus the States. We're judged by our title over our character.
Driver's license or something, you have to wait in line. It's just fair. Now, even though violence is everywhere around the world, including Sweden, it's not as much as what it was or what it is in the States now. Like, they don't have the craziness that's going on in the States over there, over here in this country. And I feel like that it's safe for my family and it's safe for me to raise my family in a good environment without me having to worry too much, or without me having to think about how my family's doing and constantly calling them and checking on them, which is something that I really love about this country. Some people can be complete jerks in Sweden, don't get me wrong, but mostly everyone is nice. Everybody, is fair.
That's everywhere. There's jerks everywhere. I get a lot of love. I can say I do get a lot of love on my channel, but there are some haters. There are some jerks on here that will comment some certain things, but it's like, if you're not even subscribed, like, you're not even, like, I will see it if you're judging every, like, based on all the videos you've seen, but just one, but that's just life. We gonna run into and encounter some people. They just, you just gotta let them be. Because it's like, I don't know what goes through people's minds these days.
But mostly everyone
but the hate is
is
real.
Nice. Everybody, is fair. They're cool. And on top of that, like, everybody's introverts. So, not only will they not talk to you, I mean, they will try every minute to avoid talking to you if they don't know you. Moving to this country was the best decision that me and my wife ever decided. If she never introduced me to Sweden, I wouldn't know what's good, because I'm still at a state in my mind. Even though I've moved here from the States, I've seen so much, I've been through so much, to the point where it's hard for me to put my guard down and believe that this is real. Some of the things, of course, is natural. You have your bad and your good in every country, but in Sweden, it's kind of like a fairy tale land, to the point where it's hard for me to believe, but I'm still trying to put my guards down slowly but surely to make sure this is what I'm actually living. This is the life. Like, hey, Alex, this is you now. Like, it's okay. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z.
And I think that's definitely a major thing, because moving from country to country, like, that's scary. That's scary. That's a fresh start. And especially trying to adapt to a culture that's new to you, that, like he said, he never experienced. His wife didn't even mention it to him. He wouldn't have known probably about the country. I'm sure he'd know about Sweden, but he probably would have known just how everything works, how everything is. And that's the risk of life. That really is the risk of life. Like, it's a scary thing. It's scary, but sometimes if it don't scare you, at least they say if your dreams don't scare you, then they not big enough,
This is you now. Like, it's okay. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z like you used to in the States. And I feel good about that. The craziest thing so far about Sweden that I've been able to learn is the fact that the sun goes down at 10 p.m. and comes back up at 4 a.m. Like, that's
hold up. The sun, like, hold up. I gotta take a break real quick. I'll be back and forth. What in the world? Our sun, well, ours go down about 9, but that joker ain't gonna come up till about like 5:30, 6 o'clock. But yeah, that sun, like, hold up. It's time for my lunch break. Let me get this for 6 hours lunch break real quick.
10 p.m. and comes back up at 4 a.m. Like, that's mind-blowing.
That's
different. I had to get some dark curtains to make sure that I can get some sleep, because, man, during the summertime, the sun don't play.
I still don't know what part of Sweden he's in. And I even looked on his Instagram. Couldn't find it.
Sleep, because, man, during the summertime, the sun don't play. It only goes down for 6 hours and comes right back up like it never left. Here in this country, I like the fact that people keep to themselves, and they won't mind their own business, because there's always someone, gossiping or talking in Sweden, but mostly they would keep to themselves. And, a lot of people here try not to escalate problems. They try not to start a fight or anything like that. So it's a very reserved country as far as the people in it. As far as for help, if you ever do decide to move to Sweden, it's a really great country. It's not like in the States where, the States is really good, but whenever you need support or actual help from the government here will help.
That's good.
Sometimes they may take their time, but they make the effort to make sure they help you.
That's a good thing, because I know here, like, say for instance, if somebody needs like government assistance, the government do help, but we have certain requirements that you have to meet. I don't know if it's the same in Sweden, where like you can't make a certain amount of money and like those type of requirements in order to get a certain type of help. You know, I feel like like there are benefits to help you from the government, but you have to meet certain requirements.
Whether it's a school loan, rent with your house, and a lot of people here have one job that basically takes care of everything, and the unemployment rate is not as high as what it is in the States, because everybody, keeps their jobs, and everybody, goes to work, and, they do these things to keep the economy going in Sweden. I come from a mindset where I can't be comfortable, man. I need to get at least 2 to 3 jobs to make sure I make ends meet. But here, it's the complete opposite. It's not normal to have 2 or 3 jobs. As long as you have one job, and as they call it, a fast job, then you should have no problems with whatever assistance it is that you need with the government, because they are able to help you.
And I think I seen somebody else mention that, probably a couple of other people mentioned that about Sweden, that the job, like just having one job is enough. Like I know people that got 2 or 3 jobs, and that's still barely covering anything. They still living paycheck to paycheck. Like, to me, that's insane. But here in the States, everything getting expensive, and they're not even raising the pay. That's the crazy thing about it.
You need with the government, because they are able to help you even in the worst situations. Now, don't get me wrong, this does not apply to everybody, and some people may not get help, but at least they do a better job than, some other people or some of the government in the States. As far as the food, mostly some of the food is good. Don't get me wrong, their snacks are the bomb, like their chips. I did a lot of reviews about those, and it's really cool, but their food selection is kind of like, some of their food selection is plain. I just like the fact that it's healthy, because even though they may not have a lot, I've started to realize that most of their selection in food are healthy. And of course, I agree with this 100%, but at the same time, man, I need my steaks, I need my burgers, I need all of that. But
Guilty. Because your boy, I do love some steak. I definitely love to eat burgers. I realize at this point in my life, I am definitely a carnivore, so I need some type of meat. But I wouldn't mind a healthy option,
Man, I need my steaks, I need my burgers, I need all of that. But the food is okay. I would say it's not the bomb like it is in the States,
the bomb.
Of course, but it's fair. I wouldn't take that away from them. How do I feel about the weather? I feel like I haven't been here for a full year for me to understand the 6 months of depression. I kind of got here on the early spring / summer vibe, and that's what I'm on. That's the train that I'm on right now. So I will find out what the 6 months of depression that these Swedes were talking about, and what's really irking. But it's coming mostly up. Cool
coming up,
and I kind of like it, because I came from New York, so the weather right now here is no different from what it is in New York right now. Now, what do I think about the clothing and how people dress? I find it to be the most craziest thing ever. And
crazy.
It's like everybody here in Sweden wears a uniform. They wear the same colors. You either see everybody in all black, beige, gray, or white. It's just weird to me, because I think that, maybe being different would be the case, but I guess no one here in Sweden likes to stand out, which is, to me, I just feel like, it should be different. If you want to wear this colored shirt, then just be you, be different.
I feel that, but I know myself. Y'all see, I wear all black. I wear bland colors sometimes, because I'm a chill guy, so I don't know. I don't think loud colors look good on me. That's just me. You know, I like the all white, the all black, all gray type of color because I think that fits me. You know what I'm saying?
Be different. You know, if you want to wear this colored shirt, then just be you, be different. But I guess like everybody has a uniform. It's a Scandinavian thing from what I've heard, and it's just been irking me sometimes. I was asking my wife, like, why do you wear the same colors every day? I think that's kind of nasty because you won't be able to distinguish if they're wearing the same thing every day. You never know. As far as the nature goes, I love the nature walks. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, this country kind of promotes walking and taking bites and doing sport activities that kind of like keeps you going, and I like that.
For sure.
I really love it. You know, I mean, like, it's very rare that you see like an obese person in Sweden. Like, I have not seen like a big person, and even if I have, it's not like I don't catch them walking around the lake, or, you know, just, you know, eating like it.
I mean, to be honest, even here in the States, I don't think we just catch obese people just walking around. You know, not trying to make jokes or anything, but if you think about it, like, we see people that are big, but I think to the point of obesity, I don't think you can catch them walking
around the lake, or, you know, just, you know, eating like it. This country promotes, you know, being healthy, and I love it about it. So guys, my overall decision is I feel like Sweden, I should have known about this country 10 years ago. Trust me, I would have never stayed that long in the States, especially with the benefits and the perks and the economy, the environment, and how people are here. It's just nuts. Like, it's a good country if you're thinking or debating about moving to a country for you and your family. Sweden is the best country to make that decision. Okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and give me a thumbs up.
I got you.
And like I said, just stay tuned for the next video, because I am going to be doing longer videos since I moved from TikTok to YouTube. So it's going to be much better. Comment on this video below if you have any questions or you want to know anything about what it feels like as an American moving into Sweden. Until next time, may God continue to bless you guys. Take care.
I like this, Alex. I like this. This was good. And I just like the fact that, like, you know, he was real. You know, this was his experience and stuff. Like, there are some things he's like, you know, could be better. You know, he was being honest, and there were some things like you can tell he genuinely loves Sweden, and that's a good thing. Good to see a brother there for sure, and his experience. So definitely let me know. That feels good to see. Feels good to see that he's having a good experience, and you know, I just know my experience is gonna be great as well. But appreciate you guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send me more recommendations. That's all I have. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.